I'm calling it the greatest tactic ever in Football Manager. The reason I'm giving it that acclaim is because it gets phenomenal results with three clubs now, Everton, Southampton and Napoli. It's playing proper football, it's not an exploit tactic, and it is the tactic of Maurizio Sarri, the current Napoli coach. Now, what it is, it's a 4-3-3, and it's a pretty sort of standard lineup. I mean, we've seen similar tactics going around for years now on Football Manager in relation to tiki-taka. It's very similar. These type of roles, I think, can be tailored to the player. You can be somewhat flexible. My Napoli tactic I've set up like that, which is really based on the players that I've got there. This tactic is based upon the players that I've got at Everton. Same with the winger. You could often go with the winger, and I do when I go with Sisto over there. He is very much an out-and-out winger. It's a flexible tactic. You can probably get away with making small changes to it. Okay, so it's a 4-3-3. Let's look at the instructions. So tempo, sometimes I put that up, but it's on normal at the moment. It's a balance. Again, sometimes I'll go fairly wide during the game just to make sort of tinkers during the actual the match engine. Much more closing down, higher line like Sarri, offside trap like Sarri. Could click that on as well if you wanted to. I've gone roam from positions, not more expressive. You could, again, if you were struggling to score, click on more expressive. But Napoli is quite well structured. I don't want them to lose that kind of shape. And I don't want them to sort of lose the kind of tactical essence of what we're trying to do here. So we retain possession, obviously, and play short passing. That gives us sort of 65-70% possession per game. But we can also play passes into space, which is really important for Napoli because it's not just very short passing like tiki-taka. It's quite incisive in the final third. So we need to be able to set up to accommodate that. Obviously, work ball into box. I didn't think about this actually. I could have had low crosses there. But we'll leave it on mix for now. Obviously, dribble less. That's a really big feature of Napoli's game. They don't dribble, apart from Insigne from time to time. But they have the lowest proportion of their attacks as dribbles, I think, in major European leagues. So it's really important that they don't have that. I wondered about maybe going for flexible here. I might, but I'll leave it on that for now because this is how it's set up. Okay, and then what we need to do then is just make sure that the players are not playing too many risky passes. So just make it actually. Coleman should be set up as a fullback attack, and Baines should be set up as the support. So again, it depends what fullbacks you've got in your team. So at Napoli, it's the opposite case. Like Haysad on the right doesn't get forward as much as Goulam, but in this case, Coleman gets much further forward than Baines. Usually running wide with the ball. Baines obviously lost a bit of his pace, and he can do the inverted, so I'm tempted to. But we'll leave that because I don't want to fuck about with the tactic too much. The key point is that they don't have fewer risky passes. Fewer risky. Yeah. Gylfi. I'm not going to put it on Gylfi. So they've dribbled less as well, yeah. Okay, this guy who's been the sensation of the game, he needs to dribble more. He can be like our Insigne, if you like. His passing is okay, but I'm not going to put him on fewer risky because he's quite I might do actually. Okay, and then Pione Sisto, if you're risky, yeah. His finishing's quite good actually. So I'm not going to put him on shoot less often. And then Ronaldo. We don't want him dribbling really, but we can't change it. His finishing like's reasonable, so we won't put him on less shots. Okay, but the essence is the majority of those players are going to play short passes, and that will give us the possession stats essentially. So that's the tactic. I think it's really important to remember that the type of players that you need to play this are going to have good first touch. They're going to have good passing. Majority of them, their mental stats are going to be really good. So they need to have good decision making. So some of these guys, question marks about Sisto. But these guys, both of those were bought as like young kids to play in the Carling Cup games, really. So your big players need to have good decision making. They need to have good teamwork. They need to have good work rate. I want them to have good determination. So the team's really determined. It's really good. It's good to have good bravery as well, anticipation. So overall, the mental stats in the team are really strong. Off the ball's really important. We really need to strengthen that. Although most of the first team do have good off the ball. So that's the tactic. As you can see, we're fourth in Prem. We had a slow start. We're still struggling training the tactic because of all the players that were bought into Everton over the summer and the players that I signed. But despite the fact that we've got really poor tactical familiarity, we're fourth in the Prem. Like I say, the tactic now has been completely refined. It's brilliant. And yeah, I'll post a video in a month or so, just showing when we get into sort of Christmas, November, December period, how the tactic is going.